The next kind of factorising we will look at is called trinomial. A trinomial is a school maths term to refer to an expression in a variable, such as x, with a squared term, a linear term, and a constant. So in this case, an x squared term, an x term, and a constant. None of these terms can be 0. 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 and x squared plus 13x plus 1 are both trinomials. For example, for the first one, a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 5, and c is equal to minus 3. However, x squared plus 13x is not a trinomial, because if we put it in that form, c would be 0. Likewise, x squared plus 1 would not be a trinomial, because b would have to be 0. There is no x term. So if we are asked to factorise an expression and there is no common factor, and the expression is in this form of a trinomial, we can try this method. Trinomial factorisation is one of the topics that people tend to find harder in this course. However, if you follow a systematic approach, you can be successful with this. This method will produce a pair of brackets, or bracketed expressions, that when we multiply them together, we'll get the trinomial expression. The easiest type to do are when you only have x squared, that is no number in front of it like 2x squared or 3x squared. So let's look at these two examples first. Starting with x squared plus 10x plus 21, we're going to write two brackets, and then we can think about FOIL. So the F stands for first, which means we're looking for first terms in the brackets to multiply to give x squared. Now they both have to be x terms, so the only way we could do that is x and x. We will look at the plus 10x in a minute, but first we'd look at the plus 21. And this is going to be from our last terms. We need two numbers that multiply together to give 21. Again, just dealing with positive numbers and whole numbers, it could be 1 times 21, or more likely, it's 3 times 7, could be what we need. Let's check. If we put in 3 and 7, then now we're looking for the plus 10x. And we'll look at for the I in FOIL. So we'll look at the outer and we'll look at the inner terms. So the outer terms would be x times 7, which would be plus 7x. Inner terms would be 3 times x, would be plus 3x. Does this work? Do we get plus 10x? Yes, we do. Plus 7x plus 3x would give you plus 10x. So this is the answer, x plus 3, x plus 7. Now it's possible that you may need to check more than one possibility before finding something that works. So let's try this next example, x squared plus 12x plus 20. Again, we will need two pairs of brackets, and for our x squared we will need to get x at the beginning of both brackets. Now we look at the plus 20. There are three possibilities. It could be 1 times 20, it could be 2 times 10, it could also be 4 times 5. Now we're not going to check 5 times 4 and 10 times 2 and 20 times 1 because we have x in both brackets, so it doesn't actually matter which way around they go. So suppose we tried x plus 1, x plus 20, then when you multiply that out, the outer terms would multiply to plus 20x, the inner terms would multiply to plus 1x, add those together, you get plus 21x. That's not what we want. So try the next one, x plus 2, x plus 10. If we multiply the outer terms, we get plus 10x. Multiply the inner terms, we get plus 2x. Now plus 10x plus 2x does simplify to plus 12x. So that is the answer we need, x plus 2, x plus 10. If you'd said x plus 10, x plus 2, that would also have been correct. If we'd tried x plus 4, x plus 5, that would not have worked because our outer terms would have multiplied to plus 5x, the inner terms would have multiplied to plus 4x, add those together, you get plus 9x. Again, that's not what we need. We need plus 12x. In the next video, we will see how to factorise when we have a minus sign in our trinomial.